Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 Part 153. Let's go to the GT Cafe and get yourself prepared. Extra menu number 51 is on the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution meeting is about to be set and go with 3 races will be finished in 3rd place or higher. This will be featured to have one location in Japan at Kyoto Driving Park Yamagiwa plus Miyabi Reverse, followed by Autodromo National Monza at Italy, and for the US, Colorado Springs Lake is now being going on the dirt. After finishing 3 races, you're about to get received by having a 4-star relay ticket if you're about to become as a fan of Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution car. For instance, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8, 9, and X Final Edition, which is very much more exclusive to be using with Mitsubishi vehicles for this part of the event, which is now coming back from Gran Turismo 3 Aspect. I kinda say, this is a very good opportunity as being released from October 2024 update. So let's start out and explain the details from Luca. For this new menu, I'd like you to try your hand at the Evolution meeting. This event is meant to showcase the Lancer Evolution, Mitsubishi's world-famous 4-wheel drive sports car series. Finish in the top 3 in every race and you'll earn a reward. All the best out there. Alright, now this is going to be the perfect Land Evo opportunity as I'm about to be choosing with the UDRS Inspirtech livery on the Land Evo 9 MR GSR. Fully tuned up, get ready up, and have all the additional Land Evo cars to be on the standard or livery variation to have some custom exterior parts will have to be set to go all-wheel drive. This is going to be the perfect moment as I'm about to have a best return after participate in 8 races from driving missions to human comedy. But it takes time, but it'll have to be patient and go a bit much more longer as I had to keep continuing on for having one event for the full walkthrough. But of course it is. This right to be highlight on the compass will be available to be entered on the quick shortcut as I'm about to go entered on the middle, which is perfectly to be at Asia Oceania. But don't worry, it's gonna have to take time and I just really need to go faster and up on the time essence as I had to go enter to have 3 races in one event. On the description, a blockbuster multi-general drama starring Japan's most iconic 4-wheel drive sports sedan, the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. The 7th kind of Land Evo car is about to be set on regulation, except the racing version and road car version of the Land Evo Final Edition Group B. But production road car only, and this is how that you guys really might need to get yourself prepared to have 7 selection that you're about to make your choice. But I may have 39 vehicles of the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution, which is very perfectly to go for the standard color and have my own personalization with a variation like Total Drama and Dispenser Camp. Well, I'll have to give it a try, and good thing to have some main setting is about to be going on allow. Penalty is now being turned up, and which is very perfectly to give a good feel of a nostalgia since you're about to be played from Gran Turismo 3 Aspect. But you know, when it comes to have Land Evo cars, all-wheel drive brings out to have a matter of perspective of racing for the past, present, and currently to be in the future to see how the Land Evo X, which is the final version, is now being in the production since 2015. I'll be the first one to go first and see some few other drivers are about to get set and have their favorite kind of a Land Evo cars, which is either on to the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd generation. Alright. Here we have Guy Barbara is now being listed on the tip. I'm Guy Barbara from Australia. Today, I'll be driving the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 8 MR GSR. The Lancer Evo 8 was the first car in its historic series to be given a 6-speed manual transmission and Super AYC. The MR in the name of this high-performance model stands for Mitsubishi Racing. I am going to have a lot of fun racing this 4-wheel drive sports car. It's a Japanese specialty. Sounds good. Just to be proceed onward to the Land Eagle 9 as I'm using it, and very good for you, Guy Barbara. Land Eagle 8, which is very more iconic, and modern day vehicle, which is shared to have the same kind of the chassis. So I got everything to be well prepared and get set to be entered on the first session, and of course, major objective to go entered on the second week of October for the weekly challenge. Here I go, and 12th position is on the last. Just take a good feel with the drivers with using the Land Eagle cars to go with some 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, especially for the 8, 9, and the X version as well. But characteristic might have to go by other if anybody would like to see the Land Eagle 7 is more likely to be coming to GT7 for the future updates. But speaking of which, I'm always love to enjoy it. The Lancer Evolution is the best event after months of doing some practice on custom race. I bet everybody just come up with a better idea until this one is becoming full official. So down the way I go. Got a good eye on our heck in the 8th position. Yellow Land Eagle X is good to be on the final edition in fully tuned spec to give it all-wheel drive. For the track itself, it might be going well tested and go master to be on the reverse direction when you're on Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagiwa plus Miyabi. I can't say it takes much more daytime condition is more beautiful to enjoy. So here is Guy on the 7th position on the Land Eagle 8. Just have to keep a good lookalike similarity to be differences onto the 8 and 9 version to share the same kind of a chassis platform. So there you go. Just have to stay defended and going up forward to be exit on the Miyabi course. Time to go back on the Yamagiwa, then moving onward on the 7th position. Just give a good feel the sound of the engine whenever you listen to, and I've always loved to enjoy it to go racing on the clean edge. Okay, good turn efficiency to go slower up, pulling out the brake in case of too much speed. Okay, final sector, here I go, and slope it down on the S's. Feels good to be back and doing some best time to do some new events and the usual to be proceed to stay on the world circuits. But my moment to go for the comeback, and I still have 4 more events to go as I'm currently to go enter on this one for the second week of October on the weekly challenge. But more importantly, this will have to be considered to be part as a full walkthrough, so I have to keep a good eyes on the clock before the 3rd week will be coming up until tomorrow. So second lap is on the way. Faster lap time I took is 2 minutes, 41.719 seconds. Okay, coming in to catch up by T. Yamanaka and Koch D. Berlin. Okay, very good. Got to keep a good eyes on the orange Land Eagle 9, and I was right. T. Yamanaka is driving on the Land Eagle 9. And have a good check on Koch D. Berlin. Got to go down carefully and make that brake to be simple and concentration to steady nicely. Okay, that's good. He's on the Land Eagle 4 GSR 1996. 2 more to go. And I have a good eye on Igor Fraka, and Mikhail Hisal is about to go in by having a Land Eagle 5, or especially to have Mikhail Hisal is on the Land Eagle 8 or 9. Sector clear on number 4, then go back to number 5. Got to keep it onto the brake zone, hold the line. Okay, very good fully tuned car, and race it like a charm. Alright, there you go. Overtake the Land Eagle 8. and Igor Fraka is on the Land Evo 4 GSR 96. Good enough, and just have to do some best thrill of concentration driving line if you are about to drive with some favorite Land Evo cars. Just like playing Gran Turismo 2 to be labeled as a manufacturer event, and more importantly to become as the main official since Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. So what do you guys think about your favorite Land Evo car from the previous Gran Turismo games, including this one in GT7? Give your comments, thoughts, and suggestions, and see how you like it so far. But this is going to be my first time ever for this event of this month. Is very good to enjoy for only one classic racing of nostalgia to go major all in. So here comes the final lap. This is it. Got to keep press up on the best grip. Turn 1 on the hairpin. Faster lap time update by 2 minutes, 38.799 seconds. That should be good enough to have a gap distance by 3.9 seconds. Got to go faster up and all-wheel drive time attack to go action up and see the best thrill for having a roll of a blockbuster film. I can't say the description for the event is very more catchy and good awesome. I kinda love it. It is very much more enjoyable for having a tidal roll of nostalgia after we just spent for 2 months since July 2024 update with Archer Nowit. Well, maybe that was 3 months ago. Well, I just spent a lot of hard work and do some early progress after I just took 8 races from the human comedy to get up, get focused, and get some more decent practice to be stay on top of the main objective to be on the first position. But I really do love to enjoy it to have some major possibility to keep up and get your A game on to go on the main direction. Well, I can't say I just really do all the hard work that I just took many stress and do some brainstorming, but I just remember back then from the 7th race at Rebel Ring. That wet surface just almost barely lose my grip and causes me to have a spin out. Well, I almost got a less panicking and I just really need to get my mind into it. Just have to get myself together and get more practice to be focusing like the GTWS Manufacturers Cup. But more importantly, other kinds of specified vehicle which is good for me to be well tested and get used to it to have a role of driving experience. Now on to the 7th sector. This race is about to be over soon and finishing up by the check mark, so all I have to do for change up for the next content video that related to the weekly challenges is I really need to do some hustle on the time. Got to go to the final stretch at the final turn. Checker flag comes in. Alright, right at the time and you're late for the party. First place, 1 checkmark clear and 4 more events to go. Well, in the meantime, I just really might need to keep a good watchful eye on the clock until October 18 is about to be coming up before the 3rd week is now being changed up. So, first time ever, and good enjoy for having an 8-minute time to go racing on Yamagiwa plus Miyabi first. 7 minutes, 59.035 seconds with a faster lap by lap number 3 is 2 minutes, 38.517 seconds. And there you have it. Go position and 105,000 GT credit has now been up and go on to 13 miles. So there's a weekly challenge by receipt onto the 6-star roulette ticket in the parts category. Then, mostly to have 1 event by the stem has now acquired. Okay, let's give that replay for a little bit more playback options. It's been a while that I've just been doing some major features since the previous update. Got to go quicker and have the capture thumbnail image in here. This one should do well and have the first content replay is now being up and saved. Beautiful. and good scene perspective. So let's go to the Autodromo National Monza for race number 2 and have the change of plans to go either by having a new part of the scene. Well, good thing having a joyride experience to go try it out and test it with the Evolution meeting at Kyoto Driving Park Yamagiwa. But a quick shortcut and progress is now being back at 91%. So 1 down, 2 to go, and this will have to be ready to go for having a quick shortcut to be on the event filters. So this will have to get down to have the switching of vehicle, as I just went down to do some parts of preparation by using the Lancer Evolution 8 MR GSR 2004. Got to go down to have a quick settings and have the sub-compound tires in sports category is now being checked, and have some few other parts if you really want me to go for the proper request to go by optional. So good thing the anti-lag system is now being set to turn off and make it into weak. High RPM turbocharge is now checked, calculate performance, and go mark by 577.75 performance point, and 1 part install on the engine tuning, titanium connecting rods and pistons. Alright, so this will get tested and see how faster to go master to be drivable when using the Land Evo 8 MR GSR to be onto the Monza circuit. Just to be similar to the Land Evo 9 MR GSR to have a same updated performance with a different style and same look. I kinda say that if the Land Evo 7, which is more likely to be coming to GT7 for the next future updates. So better make sure to give your predicted thoughts and comments just in case if there might be going in for having a Land Evo 7, which is very perfectly good enough. Just to have 1 additional event to go by 1 race. So here is Coach D. Berlin to give 1 tip about the Lancer Evolution 4. I'm Coach D. Berlin from the Netherlands. I'll be attending this meeting in the Lancer Evolution 4. Its active yaw control system, or AYC, enables the electronic control of torque between the left and right rear wheels. This really helps when cornering, even while the throttle is applied. And as you well know, many a race is won and lost through the turns. Very good detail about the active yaw control, which is the unique part to be exclusive for every Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution series. I kinda say, every car fans really love about the Land Evo cars, which very iconic, popular, and JDM nostalgia moment. Then let's get started for the second round and rolling start by the same 12th position before the countdown at 3 seconds to go up and go green faster to be master in the turbocharged Land Evo 8 MR GSR. This will have to go method of the full stock and challenging up with some fully tuned Land Evo cars by the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th generation that brings out with some sub variants. Gap distance is now in play by 21.6 seconds. Up I go and take the 3rd turn on the corner by the right. Got to keep a good eye on Mikhail Hisal in the 11th position in the fully tuned Land Evo 8 MR GSR 2004. Much more similar to the Land Evo 9 in the same title and same chassis is giving a different kind of a look. But you know, the wing drag spoiler, which is very perfectly to go for unique drag racing for the Land Evo 8 when using on drag racing for the driving missions. That would be a pretty cool idea, and have this one is now being well fully modified to go tune up and give it a wide body kit is now being added and equipped. But you'll have to go full stock racing and see how the real test can actually to go for the real challenge. Moving on to the 11th position, then go overtake at the 10 to catch up to Baspi Boris in the Lancer Evolution X Final Edition 2015. Alright, gotta go exit at turn number 10, a scary corner clear, then go forward to be catching up to Balio Gello in the Land Evo 3 GSR 1995. Got to go motion and have the final turn at 11. Got to get used to it to be mastered on the steering direction when using the active yaw control. But it says that the torque distribution that you might need to go faster up and give it much more quick tuning by adjusted during the race is very much more helpful. Well, exactly indeed. The active yaw control is very well unique to go tested to be steering electronically to go controlled by having it turns onto the left and right. But sometimes Land Evo cars may win and other Land Evo cars may lose. Okay, let's queue on the slipstream and go clear to be on the turn 3. Finally overtake on Mizuno. Down to the gap by 15.5 seconds to go. Okay, that should be good enough. So I'll have to keep going and keep pressing up the main pace. Halfway there on the second lap, might need to get closer to be on the main practice and get used to all kinds of Lancer Evolution cars. So when using the right kind of a Lancer Evolution car, it maybe does helpful to go using with a swap engine that brings out to have enough power, speed, and weight transfer to go maintain the pace to go around by the course. That should be doing extra additional to go for a simple choice of a strategy if you're a big fan of Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution series that features to go with a swap engine. But I'm always have to go with standard engine, which is good and make it will default to be tested. So I have a good eye on T. Labutue in the 7th position. He's driving on the Land Evo 9 MR GSR 2006. Got to pull the brake and be very careful when you're on turn 11. Okay, the steering may be going a little bit loosened up. Got to keep counter up and update on the faster lap time on Koch de Berlin before Robert Heck took over. And there goes T. Yamanaka by 2 minutes, and until I have to go update by around by a 7.682 seconds. Okay, that should be good, close enough to have a decent update lap time to go faster to see which one is better. So I have to get in there, down to 8 seconds left. So I had to hurry up and kick it up to the high gear to go sport stop tires. But the ABS is going to be motion and weak. That's why I'm about to be tested and see how challenges can ever to get. Got to go careful on chicane 2, clear check, and going back on turn number 6. Okay, the parade lineup, and this is where I'm about to go to. Down to the gap distance by 5.5 seconds. I have to hurry up and get much more full speed acceleration. Come on, going up on gear 5 and bring out the gear 6. Here comes the main turn to go pulling in on the front. Counter up the steering like you're about to be using on the FF car. Yamanaka overtakes and I'm coming back again at the 6. This should be a pretty good easy challenge and make it like to go on intermediate. Okay, gotta hold it steady. Got a good eyes on the outside turn on 11. I'm about to go to. Full speed ahead, and final lap is on the update faster lap time by 2 minutes, 5.889 seconds. Okay, this could get a little bit more tricky. Try not to go on perfect brake. This will go by a tough risk. I see Koch de Berlin, Takuma Minasono, and Robert Heck. They're about to go right in onto the top 3 position, onto the Classic, and one for the Modern. This will go down by 1.1 seconds as I had to get back onto Sector 2 due to the chance. Okay, try not to avoid a contact on the yellow Land Eagle X. Just have to find the inside, and here it is, right back at turn number 6. But almost barely had enough. I just had to get there to be on the 3rd position and make it mark full slipstream. Okay, good regain communication and get back up to be reaching on the 6th gear. Come on, I really have to win the race on the 2nd round, so I'll have to do it more time and keep all the hesitation. Here comes the Ascari. Finally got the exit and go on the main push. I'm coming in, Koch de Berlin. One full stock Land Eagle 8 MR GSR 2004 is in the lead. Nice. Very indeed, and fully well drivable to keep up and get master in the all-wheel drive. Right at the patient and good time of the arrival, will be finishing up on the checker flag. Good clear on the podium and good clear by the 1st position on race number 2 in Evolution meeting. I should have to do this for only one part of the preparation by a long time ago, but don't worry, one extra clip will have to give a backup just in case whenever I might need to take some time to go over only a one preview on the short. So total time is on 8 minutes, 26.830 seconds, and faster lap time I took on the dirt lap is still on the 2 minutes, 5.889 seconds, has doing faster well. So with 2 races on the tarmac, and that brings out to have one more race to go heading up the dirt at Colorado Springs Lake. It's about to go experience of World Rally Championship. It's about to be going basic of school. 2nd stamp has acquired, now one more to go, and that brings out to have the replay to go add up, to go switching up to go at the end. So this will have to take the best moment yet and give this for a capture thumbnail image to go right over here. But sometimes it maybe get a little bit far closer to go zoom in. But make it like 2nd try. Well, maybe good enough. So quick exit, then 2nd content replay has saved. So Mitsubishi fans, I know you're about to be ready, and it's about to go rally racing to be heading up to Colorado Springs Lake for the 3rd round after finishing on the Mazda circuit. This will have to take the progress to get back up on 92% in event directory, and this will be doing the best time to go relaxation to be racing in the wilderness of nature. But this will have to be featured to have one dirt tire compound by using the right pick to be choosing the correct Lancer Evolution car. So I'll have to decide and go for the Land Eagle 6 GSR TM SCP 1999 with a Dispenser Cam All-Stars variation with Hunter Page in it. So being double checked, and the main settings is now being quite good prep, and have the full control computer will give it much more additional by increasing the parts. Anti-lag system on and set it into strong. Other parts must be fitted and equipped if I had to choose the right kind of equipment to be well prepared to have an update performance. Few other engine tuning is now being installed on the polished ports, titanium connecting rods and pistons, and 2 stages of weight reduction. Just have to do one more thing on the full customized suspension and fully customized, and that will have to bring out to have a torque vectoring center differential is now being added on the install. Just have to go by 40 on the front and 60 on the rear. Okay, it's all set, good to go, and let's finish up to go for the final stage and get yourself to be racing down and dirty for having a roll of a classic WRC moment. This could be doing much more thrill excitement that I just really love to enjoy about the Lancer Evolution car, which is going old fashioned and make it like going classic of a rally racing nostalgia. Just like Gran Turismo 2 back then, and this will have to bring out to get yourself proven up on the terrain and the dirt itself. Here we have Robert Heck for only one detail for having a strategy tip and the Mitsubishi vehicle itself. I'm Robert Head from the United States. Would you look at all those Lancer Evolution? This Evolution meeting is a real treat for fans. The first Lancer Evolution was introduced in 1992 and the last, the Lancer Evolution X, was discontinued in 2016. Each model broke new ground in the field of four-wheel drive sports car design. I hope to one day have them all in my collection. I believe you will, Robert Head. You really do have a big fan to have these kinds of Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution car is going to be a perfect for a dream. This is going to be much more enjoyable moment and have the spectators are about to see these Land Evo cars to go racing on the dirt. I have to prepare myself, and this will be doing a tough WRC racing on the World Car Land Evo series. We'll have to face up and overcome many obstacles by 4 laps. We'll go racing up on the dirt and find the line. Got to be behind on the 12th, then coming in to overtake T Yamanaka on the 11th position. Just be mindful, skill, and test it. Okay, just had to take one dispenser can Fanart Livery to go in. Moving on to the 11, gap distance is now played by 22 seconds, then coming in on sector 2. So you have to be very extra careful when racing on the dirt is very more challenging like you're about to be using in a single kind of a Group B rally car. But road car only, and this is how it goes, is going to be the first stage to be well novice. Got to get clear. Just have one contact and watch out for that spot to go on the hill. Okay, there you go. Now I'm gonna have to go quicker up and watch out the speed bump to get the physics to be maintained and center of the gravity. Alright, short straightaway. Now let's go to the final sector. Got to do a power slide technique. Booting like a Cadillac, staying like a beaver. Okay, Callan Roach is on the 7th position. Land Evo 3 GSR 1995. Got to go to the 2nd lap. Okay, 1 minute, 37.947 seconds. Okay, so I just really had to get myself under control. It takes practice and just had to get the feel with the driving terrain to go 454 on the sports car. But T level 2A might be get used to it, but still have the characteristic of a tuner car which is designed to be well fitted to be racing on the dirt. But it might be actually to see a tuner car versus the WRC version spec is very more comparison to see which one is the better. But can't say which one is the best is the only thing to do to see is the comparison. Okay, got the upper hand. Moving on to the 6th. Keep the center of the gravity maintained and go quicker by 5 more Land Evo cars to go. This has got to do with one skill and being well tested that you're about to get center and keep it maintained on the grip. Okay, Kaj de Berlin is on the 4th. Got to go and make that mark on the inside. It's about to get closer at the end of the 2nd. One Land Evo car overtake, then here comes another. Okay, just 3 more Land Evo cars to go. Robert Heck is on the 2nd, and that brings up with Botspeed Beer Boris is now being well handled and tested by using the Land Evo X Final Edition 2015. They say about the Land Evo cars, which is going to be more likely if the 11th evolution is going to be set to return by sometime around in the mid-2020s. Well, a few years after the discontinue from the Lancer Evolution X just ended since 2016. But everybody just really love about the Land Evo cars. It's still very popular along with the previous generation. Okay, good sliding and good turn. Just keep the center up. Okay, keep it together. Robert Heck is on the second. He has to keep pushing and get closer to have a right spot until I'll have to go right in. Okay, just had to make one room for the dispenser can Fenner livery. This will be doing one good skill expertise. And here it goes. Final lap and first place is in the lead. Okay, that's very good skillful and have one player of the strategy that has everything to go so far to be basic of the WRC experience. If I had to become as a co-driver, so I had to be helping out with Hunter to do some strategy of the guidelines on the turns, elevation, and the trail. Much more exactly to have some perfect racing line to go dirt on the practice. But there yet apparently, it could take experience to go mastered on the classic Land Evo cars since the previous Gran Turismo games is very loved to enjoy. But I still have the faster lap time by a minute 37.947 seconds as I had to play safety to go careful. Got to work it, take that steep jump, slide well, and go make it passive on the pace. So I have to be very careful to keep the center of the gravity without taking too much. Okay, last sector calls in. Time to cue on the S turns to curve up and go inside. Alright, minute on time, and first place has now achieved by the podium on the dirt. Very cool and classic all-wheel drive experience on the sports car to be handled on the four-wheel system. Connection to have the active yaw control system and very well tested to be handled on the dirt to be having a total time in 6 minutes 30.561 seconds, and I just really took the fourth lap to go update faster by a minute 34.838 seconds has now been set and well done. Good thing for having a dirt event to be using on the dirt is just more enjoyable, and that will be doing much more expanded to go additional to have some more events by future updates. So 108,000 credit has now been applied, and still to have the 92 million and plus dirt stamp has now acquired, and perfectly to go achieve by having a one prize by getting the 4-star roulette ticket before heading back to the GT Cafe. Time for the replay to go on the playback position to go anywhere and stop by in a minute and 40 seconds. That was from the first lap at the end, and second lap mostly to go enter in. Just give that new image to be catching up to have the first one. Now for the second. There we go. Pretty clever. Excellent and good spot to have a livery to be seen. So that's 3 races and Evolution meeting is done. So I can't wait until another one will be coming up soon by next month or 2 by having an update. But after all, December 2024 update that we have to keep a good watchful eye out if it's going to be having an additional race on the Evolution meeting. So the best time to go back to the GT Cafe, and that brings out at the end of the 3 races for the main objective on Evolution meeting. But good thing, 4-star ticket has now been quick and well received after finishing for only a previous part by 8-part conclusion. Congratulations on completing a menu. I got a present for you, be sure to come by and pick it up. Nice, 4-star relay ticket has acquired, and that brings out the go for an extra menu to be serving up on the compact cars to be serving on the Japanese K. So menu number 28 on the extra, so this will have to bring out to have 3 Japanese K car like the Suzuki Cappuccino Type EA11R 1991, Daihatsu Copen Active Top 2002, and Honda S660 2015. And there you go. K car on the picture is on the season of fall. Collection K cars complete. And there's another 4-star relay ticket has acquired, and that brings out to go with a narrative story about the history of Japanese K cars. These are shiny examples of Japan's uniquely lightweight K cars, and what a splendid collection it is. There's the Suzuki Cappuccino, a genuine F-Bar sports car, and the mid-engine MR Honda Beat and the Mazda AC-1, all of them making their debuts in the 1990s. Combining their initial, these 3 cars were affectionately called the ABC Trio. The Daihatsu Copen from the 2000 is a luxurious 2-seater with an electric convertible roof. And the mid-engine Honda S660 is a modern remake of the Beat that is a pure sports car. With their restricted dimension and engine capacity, these 3 belong to Japan's smallest cars categories called the K car. In addition to their distinctive size, they are beloved for their affordable price tag and robust performance. Indeed, the K car play a major role in fostering Japan's popular car culture. The K car class originated in 1949 following the end of World War II. While engine sizes were initially limited to 100cc and 150cc, a 360cc limit was introduced in the 1950s, inciting Japanese manufacturers to focus their efforts on building affordable K cars for the masses. This led to the dawn of the era of individual car ownership in the 1950s. Making its debut in 1955, the Suzuki Suzulite became Japan's first mass-produced K car. And 3 years later, in 1958, the now classic Subaru 360 was introduced to the market. An indispensable symbol of Japan's economic prosperity, K cars quickly became perennial bestsellers. What it lacked in size, it more than made up for in technology, design, and innovation. Nowadays, their size is one of their most alluring qualities. K cars are proof that bigger isn't always better. Good narrative story, and that's how K cars are being originally from Japan after the end of World War II. Historical, different sizes is now being designed in small. That's how Japanese K car are being well unique to become very exclusive to be part to have a major car collection in Gran Turismo 7. So, part 154 is about to be coming up soon, as I'm about to be set onward by having an order to be between into the WTC 800 or other event just to have well characteristic to be continued on to be additionally, so more events to come. As I'm about to be proceed on extra menu number 29 is Porsche Supercars. This will brings out to have a 6-star roulette ticket to get the Porsche 959 1987, Carrera GT 2004, and the 918 Spider 2013. Collect some Porsche Supercars and experience the very best in automotive engineering. Alright, this will have to do the right time to go wrap this up at the end of the video. I'll have to do it quick, and I have to do it for only 4 races in the second week of October due to the 1 race acquired by having 1 race at Kyoto Driving Park Yamagiwa plus Miyabi Reverse in Evolution meeting. So I'll have to do it by 4 races, and that will be it for now. So I have to be quick and go by the countdown in about over an hour left before at the end of the day on the 17th. It was a lot of fun out there to do some experience to be driving on different models of the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. It is very good, unique, and best time of the return to go with another part of the nostalgia for this part of the main update. So thank you for enjoying watching the video on Gran Turismo 7. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on DeepNetArt, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, membership are now open to everyone. We'll join to get access for price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super things as an extra will support and grow. I'll be see you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.